You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Joker, Joker, Joker.
Yo, go, go.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 43.
Hey, check.
Look, squeeze.
On the ground, Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Team 6. Ready, snap.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Check it out, read. Kill.
You're out.
Switch.
Go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming.
Go. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 9 now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Go.
56. Mike's 56.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch that.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The kick by Lutz is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run on first down. Beverly, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. A shotgun snap for Love. Finding Gabriel, complete. 17 yards and a giant first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On first down, Ball. Eli Apple, a former first-round pick of these Giants in 2016, they're on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Love. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter.
He's checking crack.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
Check 52.
Ready.
Second and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
On third down, here's Kamara. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The outlaw.
55. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hit it.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's second and 8. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a third and 8.
You got three down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parks. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
I smell fear in that offense.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Recon, 132 fighter.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Let's go, D. Let's go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Gone. Get it.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
3 down, 3 down.
Five.
55. Let's go.
Now back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Come on. 55, Mike, 55.
After the interception, it's locked. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Mike 55.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
Out of the gun, Luck. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
First down.
Pick up. 390. Pick me up. Here we go. 25. 11.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ball. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First down, Giants.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Love. Being chased out left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
11 feet. 95%. No, check. He's right. Get that quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Okay, ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. 6'6", bullet high. Right up.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, alert 3, alert.
Bam.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeered to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. 47.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Luck. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, let's go.
47 is the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. I got you, son. 47 is the mic.
Here's Luck. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Got it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All day, dog.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Blue down, blue down.
Kamara trying the right side. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Right there in the middle, 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Monday, 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 Monday.
Kill, turn up.
11, 11, 11.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
55 to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 1st down, it's Love. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
95, 12.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't
Hey, orbit.
95 is Mike.
On 2nd and goal. Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Leo.
Deuce. Check.
Deep ripple.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Mofs56.
Get it.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And now the spin. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Safety creep. Kill.
Here's Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Locke. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike, 55. Check.
Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47, Mike, 47. Here we go, G. It's just
Luck now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Get your swerve on. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's checking, he's checking.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Check out. Wide 40.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 95.
Luck on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down now, it's Ball, and he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and long, it's long. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Ready?
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
22 jet bomber.
Under 10. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Jam. Slam.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lux with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ball. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
36-yard line.
We got 3. Three down. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
From the 36, Luck nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
On the ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Miles Jack with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running with Kamara. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17.
36, 36. Out, 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 out. Shift. Check 24.
Hard. Check, go.
They'll run the counter with Murray. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans.
Let's get it.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Like 22 is coming, 22's coming. Mike.
Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Luck. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
1st and 10.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Che, lock it. Crunch. Defense.
2nd and long. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Parks. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect to put...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Get that quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
From the gun, here's Love. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Bravo!
On 1st and 10, Locke. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Ball. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check out. 540.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo,
Mexico, Mexico. 12, 12. Let me go.
Luck. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
12, 12, 12.
47 to Mike, boy, 47.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't